Welcome to Yellow Door. I'm Daphne, and on this channel, we talk about elevating your consciousness and spirituality. Today's content has the power to shift how you've been living your life. So let's dive in. The teachings available out there can help you reprogram yourself because they operate on the mental level. The idea is simple. You are what you think. I think, therefore I am. But what happens when the highest level you can reach is your own mind, your thoughts? You end up with two main types of mental reprogramming methods promoted by best-selling authors, gurus, and giant self-help industries. But here's the catch. While they help, they don't set you free. Why? Because if you're only reprogramming, you're still living based on beliefs, things you hold on to, whether tangible or not, and that keeps you confined to your mental state. You're human, but are you truly free? Is your mind in control, or is something deeper within you craving liberation? Humans can achieve a lot, productivity, success, personal accomplishments, but you won't touch the essence of your being with reprogramming alone. True freedom lies in the being, not the human. Let's break it down simply. I've come across various teachings myself, and since I run a self-knowledge channel, YouTube often assumes I want content related to reprogramming. It doesn't understand why I'm not a fan. Reprogramming has its place, but it's not the ultimate solution. Let me explain. When your mind is chaotic, filled with negative thoughts, and you can't quiet it down, you often crave control. Thoughts run wild, like a kid who broke into a candy store in the middle of the night. And what do reprogrammers suggest? They tell you to take that mental chaos and channel it into routines, rigid habits, rituals, and traditions. This gives a temporary sense of control. Does this help? Absolutely. At the mental level, all reprogramming helps. But let's be real. While this might work momentarily, it's not solving the root issue. You're just replacing one form of control with another. So you might be wondering, how do I actually free myself? Should you continue to rely on rituals to feel in control, or is there something more profound to discover within yourself? Channeling your obsessions into activities can be functional in many ways, but also harmful in others. When you don't address the root cause of your mental chaos and instead just channel it into activities, the moment you can't fulfill that activity, your mental chaos worsens. Reprogramming often consists of channeling unqualified mental energy without truly addressing the source of that energy. So what's the first thing that's usually taught? Channel your obsession into something productive. And that's where the productivity driven society steps in, along with a host of unresolved obsessions. Routine, productivity, these things bring their own set of issues. Now, what's the second biggest solution offered by coaches and mental trainers in reprogramming? Beyond channeling negative thoughts into productivity, you can also create positive obsessions. Did you know that? If you're nothing more than a mental being, just your thoughts and nothing else, then remember, you are what you believe. So if you're stuck believing in a mess of disorganized thoughts, channeling that into productive things seems like a good idea, right? But the second solution is creating positive obsessions or positive beliefs or what they call positive convictions. Let's start with that. Let's begin saying, I'm beautiful, I'm amazing, I'm confident, I'm phenomenal. Is that good? Of course, it's better to have a bunch of positive beliefs about yourself than negative ones. It's much better to organize your closet by color than to be plagued by mental paranoia. But let's be real, all reprogramming is limiting. When I talk about limiting beliefs, I'm saying that all beliefs are limiting. Why? Because beliefs don't correspond to reality. They exist in the human mind, not in the being. So here's what happens. You create a bunch of cool new beliefs for yourself. Look at you. You had a bunch of garbage beliefs, and now you've replaced them with good ones. But what will life do? Because here's the thing, life is much bigger than your thoughts. Have you noticed that yet? Come closer. Let me tell you, life is so much more than your thoughts. Life is nature. It doesn't care what you believe. Nature is ruthless because it just is. A tsunami, an earthquake, they don't care. Nature doesn't care if Taylor Swift is coming to town or if it's 60 degrees outside. Consequences happen because nature happens. Life is natural, and so is the being. So telling yourself you're just human and that your beliefs are all that matter is delusional. You'll keep getting knocked down by life over and over again. So we live like this, creating beliefs, living through experiences that force us to dissolve those beliefs. Then we create new ones. Then life forces us to dissolve those too. Why not just accept that you are life, that you are nature, that you are not just your thoughts? Because here's the truth. You are not just a psychological being. The being is far beyond the psychological. It's beyond the mental. Trying to solve everything here in the mental space will just create more problems. It's not how you find true solutions. You need to set yourself free. Free yourself from living in your beliefs, from constantly worrying about what others think or what will happen next. This constant cycle of stress will never end. Creating a super disciplined, ultra productive life or building up a tower of fluffy beliefs won't make you strong. Life hits you like a tsunami again and again, forcing you to let go of those beliefs. It's not about reprogramming. It's just a temporary fix, an analgesic, something to dull the pain when things are too much to bear, but it's not the real solution. But are you really going to keep taking painkillers? Or do you want to find the root of the pain? Are you just going to sit in a chair of nails crying about the pain and taking painkillers? When you are what you think, when you become your mind, you stay stuck in that cycle. You either channel that destructive mental energy into something that benefits you in the material world, in the matrix, so you feel like you're in control, so you feel like you're winning, or you create a bunch of mental energy that will stimulate you, make you feel more positive just to survive in this mental space. Either way, there's no peace because you're always chasing something. In the first scenario, you're forced to channel what's practically an obsessive compulsive disorder. You have to direct that somewhere to clear your head. And in the second scenario, you end up creating some amusing distractions for yourself. You get it, right? But where's life in all of this? Life is happening here. None of that is actually going on. It's just an endless chase. What is yellow door? Yellow door is stopping the chase. Why do people obsess over relationships? Because they think once they have someone, they'll relax. They'll stop chasing. They'll feel secure, at peace. But it's not because that person is amazing, wonderful. No, because you're amazing, you're wonderful. No, because you're amazing, you're wonderful, but it's the feeling you're after. Why do people want to win the lottery? Oh, because I want a yacht. No, few people truly want a yacht. Ask them, really. Few people want a private jet. Few people want a yacht. People want to win the lottery because they just want to stop chasing. Yellow door, stop chasing. I know you have challenges, and challenges make you move forward. Nature has challenges too. You see, here on this channel, we always talk about what's natural, what's artificial, what's natural, what's normal. Reprogramming is normal. Obsessing mentally, getting mentally intoxicated, then being productive in the matrix, that's normal. Anxiety makes money. Anxiety seeks approval. It makes the influencer post 300 stories. 300 stories make money. When you can't even see the little dots on the timeline anymore, it's a sea of dots. That makes money, right? Wow, that person has so much energy. No, they're obsessive. If you're obsessive, you'll make money. And creating a bunch of beautiful, positive illusions. Does that make money? Yes, it does. Let's sell a bunch of miracle promises for $3,000. Sure, it'll make money. Let's deceive people for $10,000. Yes, yes, it will. This gets results in the matrix, right? And yet, how are people doing? They have no peace. There's no peace when you're constantly reprogramming yourself. Think about it. You're a robot. You're a slave to your mind. Yellow door is going back to nature. It's going back to being. That's why it's written in the big book, right? Be in the world, but not of the world. Be human, but not just human. The being is here. The human is here. The being is nature. The being is life. The being is not the mind. The being is transcendence. It's consciousness. It's the whole. It's here. And then there's all the mental chatter, the reprogramming, the battle between positive and negative beliefs, the internal demons, the unending conflict. Ah, but at least I'm making money. At least I got revenge on my ex. That's all here. That's human. It's all here. But when it's just that, where is the peace of the being? There is no peace of the being. The cat is at peace because it's only a being. It doesn't have this mind we have. So it's lying there, sleeping. It's not constantly thinking about how to get out of this mental mess because it's not chasing anything. The cat is in the now. But we have something beyond that. We can elaborate, conjecture, abstract, analyze, perceive. But all of that should be used as a tool, not something that robs us of peace. So what's the third thing I bring up? It's actually yellow door. And yes, that's the solution. Ah, but Daphne is the only one who found the solution. No, Gasparetto talked a lot about it. Oxo, one of the great deprogrammer, was banned from several countries. He wasn't allowed in because anyone who's against beliefs isn't welcome. So Gasparetto, Oxo, Eckhart Tolle, Nietzsche. You see, there may be others too. The more contemporary ones are Gasparetto and Eckhart. But since most of these people are seen as stereotypical spiritual gurus, people who are deeply embedded in the matrix won't seek out their teachings. Or if they do, they won't understand them. That's why I come here without the spiritual guru stereotype. You see, because the mission of Yellow Door is not about showcasing spirituality as some ethereal, impractical thing. And look, if I am my mind, I can control the results. Yeah, but you're subject to it. Everything you try to control controls you. There's no way around it. No way. You get that? Do you want to be truly free? Stop chasing. Challenges are one thing. As we said, nature is challenging. The butterfly, that classic example. Let's talk about the butterfly, everyone. All right, we go to the 10th dimension and we talk about the butterfly at the same time, okay? To keep it simple, the butterfly in the cocoon is uncomfortable, but if it doesn't go through that struggle, it won't develop its wings. But does the butterfly need to obsess? Oh, am I going to grow wings or not? Look at the dragonfly's wings, they're so big. Look at the bird's wings, mine are small. Will my wings be pretty when I get out of here? Oh, Daphne, but the butterfly doesn't think. No, but we can learn from the butterfly because it, like us, is a being, natural, and we're disconnected from nature. Your mind is using you. You've stopped being a being. Every being is free, but most people are enslaved by the mind. Stop chasing, and you'll find peace. That's why you think you want to win the lottery. That's why sometimes, even though you love your freedom, you think, maybe I'll settle down with a spouse after all. It's not what you really want. It's just so your mind can have peace. That's all. It doesn't mean you actually want it. Maybe you do. Who knows? These are just examples I give because there are so many people watching. So start looking at yourself. Where are you most of the time during your day? Is your mental dialogue crushing you? What do you do? Do you try to channel that mental obsession into a strict routine? Have you created rituals to give you a sense of control? Or are your rituals about trying to control others? That's on another level. Organizing your wardrobe by color is one thing. Trying to control how others behave on WhatsApp, whether they reply or not, is something else entirely. It's all an attempt to channel your destructive mental energy into a sense of self-control. Is that what you're doing? Or are you forcing yourself to think positive, to develop positive beliefs, only to run into natural things in life like the fact that you're aging, which is natural, or the fact that you won't achieve all the results you want in life that clashes with the beliefs you think are positive? What are you chasing? Who taught you to be so obsessive about life? Let it go. Try this exercise with me. Breathe, let go of control. But Daphne, I'm in a really tough financial spot. Okay, but I'm not going to chase money. I'll be as neutral as I can. Neutrality. What can I do? What's within my reach? But I won't put obsessive energy into it. Do you get what that means? This mental obsession and thinking the only solution is in your mind, you'll always lose. Neutral is the state that brings you reality. I'm obsessing over someone. I'm obsessing over love. Neutrality. Who programmed me? Who did I let program me? I'm not going to live through my mind. My mind is a tool for my being, which is much greater and more natural than I've been treating it. Repeat with me. I relate to myself now from the nature that I am. Before we wrap things up, I want to take a moment to thank you all for being here with me today and diving into this conversation. The fact that you're here means you're open to growth, self-awareness, and stepping out of the mental traps that can hold us back. That's powerful. And remember, what we talked about today isn't just for today. It's something you can revisit, reflect on, and keep applying as you continue on your journey. I encourage you to share this video with anyone who might need to hear this message. Maybe they're stuck in a cycle of chasing external things, just like we discussed, whether it's validation, money, or relationships. Maybe they're constantly reprogramming, obsessing over the next goal, or struggling with the idea of peace. We all know someone who's been there, and this could be the moment they need to break free from that. Sharing this content could be a gift to them, a push to help them stop chasing and start embracing the present. The more we spread these ideas, the more people can start to detach from the constant pursuit and reconnect with what truly matters, their own inner peace. It's not about changing the whole world overnight, but imagine the impact if even one person feels seen, validated, and inspired to take a step toward mental freedom. We can create a ripple effect. So thank you again for being part of this community, for your openness, and for allowing me to share these thoughts with you. If this resonates with you, please share, comment, and let's keep this conversation going. Together, we can help more people step out of the cycle and into a life that feels more aligned with their true selves. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.